Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Was it stuck in the moment? Vibe out while we smoking, yeah. I keep it honey. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Was it stuck in the moment? Vibe out while we smoking, yeah. I keep it honey. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Was it stuck in the moment? Vibe out while we smoking, yeah. I keep it honey. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Was it stuck in the moment? Vibe out while we smoking, yeah. I keep it honey. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Was it stuck in the moment? Vibe out while we smoking, yeah. I keep it honey. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Was it stuck in the moment? Vibe out while we smoking, yeah. I keep it honey. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping?
You. Now, I was asking for the link to the song. I dropped the link to the song as soon as the show started. I'm getting the tags stuff together as you guys come in. We're going to have a hell of a show today, man. I got so much cool. I said I was going to do a room tour. I got so many damn cool figurines and stuff that you guys want to see. As you guys come in, hit the like button. We're going to have a great show today. There's a problem with YouTube, like far as when I'm using Restream, so it's not sending it out to a lot of people. So do me a big favor. If you can, retweet it on your Twitter, Facebook, or whatever. Hit the like button. But I'll be live in like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I got a hell of a crew. I'm getting the tags and stuff together, though. I'm here.
Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Was it stuck in the moment? Vibe out while we smoking, yeah. I keep it honey. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment, vibe out while we smoking, yeah. I keep it on it. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment, vibe out while we smoking, yeah. I keep it on it. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment, vibe out while we smoking, yeah. I keep it on it. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment, vibe out while we smoking, yeah. I keep it on it. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment, vibe out while we smoking, yeah. I keep it on it. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment, vibe out while we smoking, yeah. I keep it on it. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment, vibe out while we smoking, yeah. I keep it on it. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment, vibe out while we smoking, yeah. I keep it on it. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede.
Yeah, bam. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and I am back with another video. Back with another video. We have a great show today. A couple topics, man. Outside of the Best Damn Podcast, I haven't done a show probably since like Friday or Saturday. There's been so much coming out. And I ain't gonna lie. I've been grinding on Twitch, man. I keep telling y'all jokes. If you guys love the shows, and Twitch streams be crazy. Me and Trader got finished fighting, man. I dubbed him out by 60 in 2K. For those that know me, I don't even play 2K anymore. I stopped playing 2K and hopped on Gears, but I'm getting back right in 2K, man. I'm taking on all challenges, man. Trey was mad. Now, he did beat me in duty, because I ain't gonna lie, I had no sound. I was having a problem with the stream. But it is what it is. I do it for the culture. Man, that boy, mad. I'm gonna upload, I recorded it. I'm gonna upload it tomorrow. That's some funny shit, though. Like I said, as you guys come in, I'm sorry. Hit the like button, share it out. If you don't know anything about streaming and doing YouTube, not to get too technical here, use Restream. Well, you can stream it several places one time. It's just easy for me to put the title but they're having a problem with the API. So a lot of people are not, I don't know, not being notified or whatever. I think I might just go back to OBS instead of using Streamlabs. It's like Streamlabs is more user friendly, and I do them both. But there's always a lot of issues. But we got some hot topics today. We got the Silent Hill, from Konami. I actually heard they sat down. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Xbox versus PlayStation versus PC. Bro, that shit's still heat up in the street. These PC guys won't let it go. What else we got? I got like 9, 10 topics, man. I got about like so many because I've been playing with my subscribers, and then it's easy for me to just give them a roll that's in there. See how they do. I mean, I got some new talent in there, but we're gonna cut up. Well, also too, Neff was threatened, joking with the fight. Neff, you gonna talk about that? Neff's scared out of this shit, but we're gonna talk about a few things. I bet you right now they still in there arguing. These jokers can help themselves, man. Hold on, I'm about to hop in there right now.
I know, bro.
Oh, we live. We live.
Oh, we live. We live.
I know y'all's in here fighting right now, man. Like I said, as you guys come in, you'll be so kind to type your name. We're going to shout you out. To be so kind to drop the like button. I know you see what's the name of the song. I'm going to drop the link to the song again for the umpteenth time. But give me 1 second. I'm just still putting it in a couple of other Facebook groups and tags. I do so apologize about the hope. It's not my fault. Like, I don't know, with the internet, I'm sorry, hey, Moss, do you use Restreams? Or no?
No, I don't use it no more, bro.
But anyway, they got a problem connecting the API. Connecting it.
Yeah. With YouTube right now. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's why I don't fuck with them no more.
Like, everybody, why you don't get the best thing? Nobody got sent the notification. I'm saying it's important. Hit the like button. Type. Like, shit crazy. I might go back to OBS. You know what I mean? It's a little old school, but it's a little bit more stable. Streamlabs, I was telling them, is a little bit more user friendly.
Oh yeah, you couldn't see your show either, by the way, yesterday.
You couldn't see.
It's like you had to you could see it. Like you had to literally go to your channel to see that you.
Yeah,
live.
They didn't get
it wasn't popping up for
notification.
some reason. It's not. This one's not popping up either. I had to go to your channel.
Yeah. Oh man. See.
Yeah, you
So I don't know what's going on.
Yes, man.
So, dude, being that y'all all hearing that, man, in the chat, do us a huge favor. I'm gonna shot you while I'm shouting you out. Tweet this out, man. They try to shut us down, man.
Yeah.
Tweet this out. Let everybody know the shit. Hit that share button down below. Let everybody know we.
You know what I mean? I appreciate it.
There you go.
All right, we got Bob Pound Max says yo. We got Rafe the Emperor. What's up, Rafe? We got the Ruhan. What's up? Burger Boy 26, Stone 23, Sound 217. We got Phantom Kraken, aka Joe Hansel, Joe Henry, Antonio Labs. We got None of Your Business, Tip Diamond, Jay Dizzle, Mark City Entertainment. We got Miss Fee in the house, Brandon Hall. What else we got here? We got the homie Ghost of New Orleans, Cree Ross, Rossetti, Sherry B, Stone 23, Bob Dole's up in the house with his clench pen. Phantom. We got Phantom, Velvet Lulu. Who else we got in here? Philip Sen 22, Gen X, Sony's firstborn son. God damn. Night Music, Stop 6 Doc, A La Carte the Kings up in the panel too. We got Big Ike 334, My Neighbor's Car, Elysium Core, King Reaper 74G. We got Buck Nasty up in the panel too.
Oh.
Jamia Dixon, Pumpkin Queen, yo, Predator Kingdom. Would you? We got.
I'm sorry.
Hey, it's only 7:23. Buck Nasty ain't around.
Oh, God damn. Yeah, at Legal Zoom, try and claim that name. Christopher Cruz, Sherry B, Iron Arms. What's up, Iron Arms? Paul G. What's up, Paul G. in the house?
Yo.
Colonius King, Eon 8, Tavion Parrish, Drunken Master, King X Player, Mark City Entertainment, Person Not Found, Frank White, Rakudo Perez, Iron Arms, Rocket Billy Red Cadillac, Holsey 22, what's up? Zaire De La Ghetto, Tavion Parrish, what's up, everybody? What's up? Like we said, please hit that like button, hit that share on Twitter, let everybody know that we are live.
Yeah. I guess either next in Eyewitness Protection Program, or we scared to come around for a minute, man. Hold on 1 second. I have to prove these things here.
Somebody said, "Stick with me."
Oh man. Right here.
I will show you the way.
All right, hold on one second. I'm gonna drop this link to for those that was asking me. But like I said, you miss a day, you miss a lot. A lot of things have come out since the last time we got together. I actually Marshall's here today. Marshall here.
Yeah, I'm here.
I haven't spoken to him in forever.
Oh shit! Fuck nigga supreme. The fuck nigga in charge. Oh,
and my boy Mass ain't been the same since he took that Ancestry.com.
Man, hey, who head he gonna take today? Pause, cause somebody gonna get it. What's good, brother? I'm glad you're on the show today. It's been a minute.
What's happening?
Okay. Well, we can. Oh, Big Money, you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
You alright, brother? You sound
damn, yeah, Big Money, you sound depressed in the
Hey, the whole PlayStation community is
God damn, nigga, we about to bust out in song and shit.
Let me turn these mics. Let me turn them up. Hold on.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to end up resenting this
the
show.
The whole PlayStation community is disappointed.
Wait, hold up. What my
It's a Great Depression out here.
Hold up. What my man said, man. Y'all want shit to go left? Shit about to go left. Man, I want to go next. Hold on, bro. Let me see that. There you go. There you go. Shit about to go left. There you go. All right.
Hey, Moss, you skipped witness the truth. I said you don't want to.
Skip witness, my bad witness. You know I'm old and shit. I got half a good eye.
Yo. Now, yesterday, you know I don't lie on nobody. I'll tell true. Motherfuckers, my goddamn phone there. I'll tell true stories that are funny. I'm asleep. Now, y'all know me. I go to bed late. I wake up late.
Here we go.
I got about 15 missed calls. What the fuck is this? Ring. And I'm looking like motherfucker Eddie Kane. Was in the bed. Wake up, Eddie. Ring.
Here we go.
Look, I said, Big Cincinnati. I'm like, damn, what Big Brother borrow a few dollars cash out? But some nigga called me like 9 times. So I finally answered the phone. I'm thinking, Big Money maybe he came out with that Corona. Shit, my uncle, my uncle got this shit right now. So I'm like, all right, what the fuck going on? I'm answering, I'm like, hello? Hey, yo, Z. I'm like, what's up, Big Money? You got that nigga J Love number? I said, who? J Love? Nah, nigga, I said J Love. I said, yeah, you ain't got his number. Nah, I ain't got that nigga number. I said, well, I'm thinking again. Now, mind you, for those that have been rocking out, they're really rocking. I've been on Twitch. I've been getting how I live. Neff sends me, you think I'm lying. I don't lie on nobody. I tell true stories. That's funny. Neff sent me a text about, I say about 1:30 in the morning. You know what I mean? And I had my head, I didn't hear it. So Neff sent me this alarming text, right? Now you know. Neff don't. My man's from Vermont. We all Neff. You know Neff was a middle-aged white man. This is from. I'm hold up to the screen. I don't tell no lies to nobody. This is from J Love. What's the name of that goddamn dog shit podcast? The PlayStation Legion, right? That's what you call that shit, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I can't sell the words. This is a rated PG-13 show. All I need is 5 minutes to curb stomp you the fuck out.
God damn.
I'm going to throw this bullshit narrative. Y'all, corporate slave, cocksucker, motherfuckers. I'm tired of you fanboys. Y'all talk all that tough shit behind the screen. Boy, I'm going to knock you the fuck out. So you know me. I like to get him. I like to get him up on the air. I said, Ned, what you say? I don't know. I just told him, hey, it's just about gaming, not to take it personal. I said, nah, Ned, you got to bait him because I'm talking crazy. Now I'm gonna stop right there. For those of you that rock out, and I'll drop the link to the show. It was on a Sunday we did a show, and I'm like everybody, he might hop in here right now. He got to roll. Defend himself. What we do? I'm all about fooling and fuckery, right? Now, so he was like, he was like, how them Horizon Zero Dawn coming to PC, this, that, and the other, right? Yeah. And I said, we can't use that type, on the show, bro. All right, my bad. Yeah. Xbox guys killed me. Y'all talking about Horizon Zero Dawn coming to PC, right? And Neff kept all the receipts, right? So again, I think that was on a Sunday. I think by Tuesday that news dropped. So me being the fuck nigga that I am, you know what I mean? And my integrity is always in question. I'm all about the foolery and fuckery, right? So I sends him the article, right? Boom. Now I'm gonna tell you what he sends me. But I ain't dating nothing of it, right? It is what it is, man. I get threatened all the goddamn time. Right? Check this shit out. This is what he sends me. Hold up. I ain't lying. So I sends him the article, right? Now look, y'all can see my phone. I just screenshot it and politely sent it to him because he was Ray Brolick, Ray Hostile. On the show. I got a 401k, bet 500 right now. This and that. I knock it. Niggas talking crazy. I ain't no niggas straight on the job or not, right? Boom. He said, bro, give me that 1-on-1 so I can break your jaw, nigga. You give a fuck about you getting shot, nigga. I'm waiting to jump in the ring with your punk ass. Just me and you, no outsider. I got something real for your ass in these hands, Leroy. So I'm like, what the fuck? Some niggas, this nigga in character. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm gonna embarrass your ass either in front of the streets or in front of your motherfucking viewers. I said, listen, bro, you know, I don't lie on nobody, right? I got the shit right here. I can
man.
So I said, nigga, bro, you know me, I'm a fucking ultimate troll. I said, nigga, you were slow. You don't understand business. You pop all that silly shit about Horizon Zero Dawn. Now look at you. I said, you J Diddy, J Dummy, or Jane Jackson, right? Why the fuck did I say that? Nigga, not what?
Oh,
he
shit.
said, I'm slow. I'm slow. Let's say I said I'm slow, I am knock you the fuck out. I'm already about to put my hands around your ass and beat the shit out of you Xbox nigga. And I don't know why they keep trying to put me in the Xbox chat. I don't give a fuck about no Xbox. I keep telling these motherfuckers that. Hey, put my camera out. Get my camera. With my goddamn glass. Xbox is dog shit. I told them for that shit quick. You know what I mean? You got me confused with GRG. I just ain't camping for none of these goddamn companies, right? He said, put your dumb ass to the test. Now guarantee I'll beat you the fuck up, right? Like I expect. Nothing else to say, right? Yo, you said just like you internet niggas, right? Or you loudmouth niggas on the street, so somebody punch you in your motherfucking face, that nigga get on fire. So the problem with y'all niggas, y'all like making shit up. I got integrity. I live and die by this Sony shit. Know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, I said, so again, go my response to him, right? I said, brother, nigga, you out here looking real spooky right now, big fella. But I told you it was coming to PC. You big mad or nah? Now, I ain't heard from the nigga for like about 2 weeks or whatever, right? 3 weeks. So then the shit, then you had the unveiling, right? So after that motherfucking Mark Sturdy was like the yin yang twin. Wait, you see my specs? I was there whispering. Then he threatened the motherfucking Neff, right? So maybe he had a moment of clarity. So maybe he think Neff is what? I done threatened this white man online. My job was in the point. Then he sees me a Prince offering some motivational rap song about black people coming together. I ain't even listening to that old shit. He said, bro, it might be a setup. It might even be some motherfucking copyright for He said, play this song, open it on your podcast. Tell me what you think about it. This mad money. Peace, black man. I'm not lying. I got it on right here. So again, Big Money called me yesterday, right? Ring. So I'm like, what the fuck going on? Ring 20 cash. I'm $2. Something fuck going on, bro. They come like 9 times. I'm just bitch sleep, getting it right. I'm calling the hoes. He said, what's you got that nigga J Money? I said, bro, what happened, bro? These niggas talking about one of your shows. Now, what is it you said? No, I'll let you explain it for yourself.
He went to the other podcast. I wasn't there. I think we do a podcast.
What other podcast was this?
PlayStation Legion podcast.
Oh, the one you had me join with 6 viewers? But I did that.
Hey man, don't rub it on money. You already sound depressed, bro.
I'm my bad, Big Money. I'm bugging the fuck out, but I'm just saying I ain't even charge y'all for appearance, but it's cool. When I walk through the club, I get appearances. You know what I mean? Not to perform, but just to walk through the club. You know, I'll charge an appearance fee though. But I'm sorry, nigga, do tell.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Now he had mentioned something on the podcast, right, that I didn't say. I don't know if y'all remember. I asked the question about if y'all only had money for one console, which console would you get, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I jokingly said the Xbox, he went back. He didn't tell. He went and told everybody on that podcast that I said something different, right? And I had called him and let him know, because at first I was gonna leave because J-Tech ran with it. Without J-Tech didn't check with me and see what really happened. He just ran with what he said, right?
What did J-Tech say?
Now I don't want to repeat everything he said. Come on, man. Don't do me like
that. Please don't do me like that.
People's
Hey, Big Money, I'm gonna say it like this. If you want to tell how much, I went back and watched the dog shit show, right? He said, I don't like niggas lying on my shit. You know what I mean? I went back and watched it. Shit.
You see, you ain't no motherfucker good, bro. You ain't no good.
You already know how I'm rocking.
Yeah, he went out. J-Tech just went out. I just got through talking to them. We just settled the whole thing. But not J-Tech, but J-Love told me to tell everybody he did not mean that shit that he said. That's just how he talked, bro. That's just how he talked. He didn't mean he didn't want to fight with.
So
He didn't mean
Somebody sounds like the manic depressive.
Well,
So look, I told him
why he didn't be on the man 3 in the morning then?
Exactly. Hey, look here.
look. Now I don't.
And for kisses.
Listen. I told J Love. I say, J Love, bro, you got to stop taking this shit so personal, man. This shit is not like that. I said, bro, listen, I'm a PlayStation dude, but bro, I tell him, I said, bro, I don't give a fuck what goes on at Sony. I don't give a fuck what goes on at Nintendo. This is a show we doing, bro. You got to stop taking shit so literally, man. He really take this shit to heart, and I'm like, bro, you got to stop doing that. Because when he told me, because I didn't even know about the Neff shit. I didn't even know about it until I heard it from what's his name. That's why I had to call him at home, because I never had J Love's home number. But I said, man, I got.
You don't know a nigga. You know a nigga. No. Wait, how you do a show with nigga for all these years? You ain't got his number. You don't know a motherfucker. You know a motherfucker. I'm just saying, maybe, hey, listen, maybe they don't fuck with you anyway. I'm just gonna put that out there. I ain't gonna start this part. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
These obscure as hell. Sticked out of the local IMAX.
Big money don't cap hard enough.
Some niggas out there take this shit way too far, man. Like when you start talking about you want to start beating people up, that's too much, bro. That's just way too much. And my nigga say that's just how he talk. He didn't really mean nothing by it.
Damn.
So
what he said,
talk violently, man.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I read because sometimes texts and things can be taken out of context.
I tried to tell him that. I say, bro, you cannot.
I'm talking about on his end. Maybe things can be taken out of context. But when he said he was gonna knock me smooth the fuck out, him just about to get shot. I thought he was gonna knock me smooth the fuck out. Like he's scared the shit out of me, bro.
Tell him that.
No, can't go.
No, I'm just I say, bro, you can't. I say, man, you can't talk to no other grown man like that and not expect them to take this a different way, bro. We talking about video games, and when you tell a grown man you gonna knock him the fuck out, bro, what do you? Like, bro, you can't talk like that to people, bro. Like grown men like that, bro. Hey, you know what? I don't know if nobody else. I always live by this one policy. I said this shit before. I always grew up, man, because I know a lot of people, a lot of young guys. I grew up in the era where you never called a grown man a bitch or tell him or invite him to your private party. I just never did that shit. That if you plan or not, I just don't do it.
Yeah, the gloves is off when you do that.
Things, bro. That's the era I'm from.
Especially when you especially when you invite somebody to your private. I'm no old school like that. Damn, you're older than me. When you invite them to you.
I know young niggas be like, oh man, sit your bitch. I just don't do shit. Cause that remind me of women. My girl and her friends be like, oh bitch, you crazy bitch. Men don't talk like that.
They ain't used to big money. They ain't used to.
Hey yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hey, big money. Now listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I bought you up here for the fool and fuck. I think you trying to placate the situation. My man Neff right now, because my man was up here bragging about how good the job he got. He might be filing a class action lawsuit. We might all get canceled. Hey yo, you know, listen, you know I'm type crazy. I got PTSD. That nigga, I've been shot 5 times in 2 years, nigga. Nigga so much knocking me smooth the fuck out, bro. I might cash in on his ass. I might take the stand and everything. I'm bugging the fuck out.
What?
Leave that nigga alone.
Hey, bro, leave him alone. He told me, bro. I ain't bothering nobody. You know what I mean? Hold up, we got some shit in the chat. Look, let me refresh this shit right. I ain't bothering no goddamn body. I'm gonna leave him alone. Shit, man, motherfucker threatening me. Hold on, we got Bill here. Hold up.
Oh, we got Reckless with the $2. He says J Love and Alucard get walked quick. God damn.
We got another. Cracks the man day. So I'm going on my man J Dub. I can't even see it now. She crashed the man day.
Let me see.
Scroll down.
Oh, we got Tip Diamond, Z with them stories again, True FN. And what else we got? Oh, Crackster the Mav.
Crackster the Mav.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go.
You said call Crackster
Man Dave. Astro Man Dave with the $5. He says, I'm gonna go on my J Dub and Sony mentality and say that in theory, Xbox gonna have them games because they hired Sony's talent and had the studios next gen.
Oh shit! They start that shit. They start that shit.
Oh shit!
All right. But I'm just saying. So All right, well, fuck it, man. I don't know. I'm gonna before I contact my lawyer with this violent motherfucker right here. I don't know, man. But
My bro Measles, man, he's hiding out at the local IMAX. He watching.
Hey, motherfucking Max.
Yo.
Like I said, I haven't spoken to you in a while. Did you get a chance to check out the Sony reveal?
Yeah, I took a good nap.
Now listen.
God damn, man.
Into the tech stuff. Like, what does all that mean? Because I'm hearing niggas talking about hard drive spaces, faster ROM, faster clocks. What the Foxy Gamer said?
All right. So simple terms.
Yeah.
The Xbox is stronger. I don't know. That's pretty much it. Full stop. Xbox is stronger. Full stop.
Okay.
Faster fucking hard drive is not going to make the PS5 more powerful. The clock speed with lower compute units is not going to make the GPU more powerful. Stop all that stupid shit. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Like, up till this point, y'all been talking about games. Keep talking about games. The Xbox been stronger since 2000 fucking what? 17? Like, keep talking about games. Y'all sound real 2013 Xbox right now. Like, stop that shit. Like, I don't know why y'all trying to reinvent something.
I don't know either.
This some ESRAM type shit. Like, the ESRAM is the PlayStation ESRAM. That's all that shit is. Like, niggas talking about virtual memory and all that shit. Like,
the hyper boost.
And that's how you can spot the fakest tech dudes in the world. Like, nigga, if the fucking memory is running at 448 gigabytes per second, and the fucking SSD is 5. That shit helps. How, nigga? Like, stop that stupid shit. Stop making up shit that don't make no sense. Just talk about games. Y'all still got more games. Y'all still got better games. Keep it there. Stop trying to make up shit to win. You're already winning. Like, y'all niggas is losing the fight that y'all won. How, Slayer? Stop that shit.
Man, you know what? I hate to agree with him, but I have to agree with him. I know a lot of Sony guys. Listen, I know a lot of Sony guys gonna get on me again. Hey man, first of all, y'all know well as I know that whatever that Sony did, that was a bunch of bullshit. It was boring as fuck. And like I said before, I'd rather be pretty than fast, man, because that SSD ain't doing shit. It ain't really good.
And then
I'd rather be pretty than fast, but I don't understand why motherfuckers not thinking that this is not. Now look, and I want to be fair about this, because when Microsoft did the same fucking thing, all us Sony guys, we was out there talking about us crushing them with the power. We would crush, and it wasn't by that much. But this one. This I'm not saying this like no 4-5 teraflops, but it's a good margin, a good close to 3 teraflops, man. It's going, their games going, if Microsoft can put this shit together right, bro, man, it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary those first 2 years.
It's not gonna be scary. It's not gonna be scary because Xbox makes trash ass games. So that's not gonna change. That hasn't changed. Xbox still makes trash games. Like I said, keep the argument about games. And this is an easy dub, but y'all motherfuckers are giving yourselves L for no reason. Like when all the devs talking about, and these are all Sony devs, like obviously. Also, all these Sony devs apparently haven't been working with the PlayStation 5 because they all talking in the future tense. Like y'all don't understand that what the PS5 is gonna do is going to help us change games. Like, shouldn't y'all be making these shits already? Like, why is y'all talking like y'all don't have this shit?
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing.
Go to Microsoft soon anyway.
But the second thing is the only thing this shit is gonna change is that Sony games, that whole Sony template shit, right? Outside of Horizon Zero Dawn, most of them have linear, like semi-open world experiences, right? It'll eliminate all those fucking loading zones. Everything will be seamless.
Just seamless.
And you'll eliminate pop-in. Like, so instead, right now, devs are making those big-ass loading zones. When they go forward and it changes, quote-unquote, how they make games, they won't have to make zones. They'll just make it one big-ass world. That's it. It will essentially turn every fucking game into a semi-open world game. Where it won't have zones that have to buffer in between. You won't have, like, all those God of War sequences where you was talking with the little head and you was talking with Loki and shit. Like, all those won't happen because they don't have to. They would have to integrate those little exposition points into the actual game. But outside of that, it's going to fundamentally change how they make games because they no longer have to think about, if I only can load this much shit in my memory because it's going to take too long to access all of it. That's going to fundamentally change their mindset for making games. It ain't going to make that shit any better or bigger. It's just going to be the same shit.
Yeah.
You thinking outside of Halo and them? You don't think Microsoft going?
Halo and Gears are garbage.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, bro. I think they're gonna come out with at least 2 or 3 headbangers next generation. I think they're gonna come out with 2 or 3.
They gotta show it.
What are you basing that on?
Yeah, they do. But I do think they up to the task. I don't know which one of those games, what those games gonna be. But I think they're going to come out with at least 2. In those first 2 or 3 years, I think they're going to come out with 1 or 2 headbangers that's going to surprise us. I do think that.
So they got 15 studios, right? 16, apparently, they go and announce a new one. So they got 16 studios. Of those 16 studios, who you think going to make those bangers? So you got what? So maybe Ninja Theory?
Ninja Theory, after they get off this bullshit
and Obsidian.
I think Ninja Theory might make one, and I think that I forgot the name of that other studio.
Obsidian.
Scratch.
Playground.
Not Playground. One they made from scratch.
Initiative.
Initiative. Yeah, I think they got enough people, and I think they got the right mixture to make a good AAA game.
Okay,
I'm saying maybe. I'm saying
so
maybe.
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna say this, right? So you got Ninja Theory and you got the Initiative. I'm gonna go with your 2, right? That's 14 trash games. I just want you to know that. That's what that ratio turns out to be.
Oh hell no!
You know I wasn't gonna get done. I don't know how you thought this was going down.
I was happy he was on the show, but Buddha
tell him.
Hey, hold up. You got to pay the bill right quick.
I told you everybody was getting it.
I love you, my brother. I love you, my brother. But
hold on one second. We got to pay this bill right here. My man crashed the man. But in theory, he said, but in theory, the PS4 going to be stronger. I guess PS5 going to be stronger, faster, and more efficient. Cure Corona, bring world peace, and make everything sunshine and rainbows.
Leave that alone.
You just don't understand.
Can I say something?
Yeah,
Despite whatever, because me and Mass on the same about. We're not the biggest PlayStation game fans, but we do recognize that for the gamer base that they're successful with their games, right? Yeah. If Sony was able to drop a game on a 1.8 a system with 1.8 teraflops that looked better at the time than anything on a 6 teraflop system, why are y'all worried about 3 fucking teraflops? Y'all, that argument is done. Y'all don't have the power in your hands. Focus on the games. Anything else is just brain dead.
Let me read this. Sony, I'm dumb as hell and I don't know profit. But with the fact
shit.
A lot of L's incoming this November. SSD incorporated in the GPU, and Xbox guys can't accept it. Left allowed. That is wrong.
What does that even mean?
That is wrong, bro.
What the fuck does that even mean?
And first of all, the PS5 SSD is not connected to the APU like Microsoft is.
No.
You have a lot of things in between there.
Listen.
Fuck all that.
Go ahead.
Did you turn the PS5 into a transformer? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, nigga? Like, is this shit Voltron? What the fuck are you talking about?
They be making up shit, bro. They be making up shit, bro. They've been making up shit for the last week.
For all that tech shit, right?
Here we go.
And all that.
Here we go. I detect deflect.
No, listen. We heard about the cloud. We heard about the ESRAM update. We heard about
what?
UWP. We heard about all these letters and all this technology that Xbox was supposed to have this generation that ended up being a dud. I predict next generation, all of these marketing jargons and tech shit that people bragging about now is all that shit gonna lead to the same shit. It ain't gonna mean shit. At the end of the day,
it's gonna be wrong.
Oh yeah. You said that. You said that for the last 7 years. Hold on, let me finish.
Go ahead.
Let me finish. You said y'all say that as a whole, the Xbox community as a whole.
Nah.
for every scenario said that all of these different things were going to lead to better performance and going to lead to better sales, and it didn't.
First of all, let me break this
I'm not
down.
But that don't mean
I'm not
nothing if we
finished.
don't have the
Let me say my
game.
little piece.
Hold on, go. Say your let him say his little piece.
Wait, hold on. One second. Hold 1 second, Kratos. I'm sorry, I missed one bill. My brother Reckless 252, my duty buddy. J Love and Alucard can get washed up right quick. And the last one, I'm sorry. Z with my man, last one. Crash Obsidian, Ninja Theory, Turn 10, Initiative 343, Coalition. We don't know what new studio they're supposed to got from Poland, but I can see surprises coming. I'm sorry, not get. I just want to get
Playground too.
Go ahead, Jay.
Holding on to all the marketing
You
hype
sound
and
low,
marketing
Jay.
jargon.
You sound low.
I do.
Yeah. You in the car, son?
No. I'm at home. I'm on the PC.
Let
me turn my stuff up. No, but yeah, what I was saying, right, is all of that marketing type, all that shit means nothing in the grand scheme of things. It's how they're going to be able to make a game that can utilize all those technologies to display them. We know Sony studios are proven to be able to do more with less. Microsoft don't have studios that have a record for doing that. We hope and pray that we hope and pray that out of them 16 studios that they'll get the bangers. We hope and pray, but it's unproven. Microsoft is unproven this generation.
Microsoft came in the game fucking about, nigga. What are you talking about?
Stop it, man.
Nigga,
Stop it.
nigga, Halo. Hold on. We gotta stop what the fuck he be saying. Y'all be listening to this man ramble. Nigga, it don't matter. You said they never been proven. Halo set the standards for FPS on consoles today. Fuck nigga.
Halo.
Hold on. I want to respond to this too. And the reason why DirectX 12 wasn't as effective as most people thought it was is because studios and developers were still using DirectX 11, 10, and 9 in some of their engines. What the fuck are we doing?
So, real quick, so Halo set the standard. When did Halo come out? Halo said you set yourself up for this shit. Halo set the standard. When the fuck did Halo come out?
Look, it don't matter when it came out. He said they've never been proven. That's a lie.
Yeah,
that's a lie.
They proved themselves. What? 2 generations ago.
It doesn't matter.
We about to see the 4th generation of failure.
Gears of War on 360. What are we? Forza Horizon, Gears of War. What are we talking about?
High school. Hey, Post was in
What are we talking about?
What Gears of War are we on?
Fuck is you? It don't matter. He said never.
What Forza Horizon?
Never. He said
Forza Horizon are we on?
What Gran Turismo we on?
So it don't even matter what you're talking about.
What Gran Turismo we on?
Let me pay that bills right quick. Hold on.
And Gran Turismo got worse.
Hey, hold on. My brother Sony Profit said, motherfucker, and also hold on. One thing, shout out to Sony Profit. He will be sponsoring the Twitch live stream. I got a game to give away, a full edition. Shout out to my brother. He says, when the PS5 dog walks the Series X, what would your excuse be? Fuck nigga. Let me ask Master a question.
Media bias.
Let me ask Master a question. All right, now listen.
What's up?
Nah, I'm being real. I'm being like I said. You know, I'm a very shallow man. You know, I take beauty before brains any day. Right? You're not expecting. I'm being real. Listen, I'm not a Halo fan either. I'm not a Forza fan. I do care for Gears though. You know what I mean? I didn't like the first. What do you call it? Hellblade. Very boring. I just think it needed some more action. But were you at least impressed with what they showed with what do you call this shit? Hellblade.
Hellblade 2?
No.
Graphically.
It was a CGI trailer. We need to see that.
It was not CGI. It was not CGI. Come on now. You the same fanboys. When Uncharted 4.
Y'all was defending it.
You know damn well that shit not about to work with me. You know damn well that argument not about to work with me. Just like I said with PlayStation. Until I actually see some fucking gameplay, that shit is smoke and mirrors.
Exactly like Maya said. How can you be a PlayStation?
Where the PC games at?
Oh shit!
I'm playing Half-Life.
Who said that? Yeah, I was about to say. I hope no one say that.
All the PC players do is talk about console games.
Right. We play games and laugh at y'all.
You ain't gonna play Dota 2 for 4 years. What are you talking about?
I ain't got a single fucking day on Dota 2.
10 years.
Hey, okay, well, I was asking. So you, I mean,
Nigga said I'm in top
now,
10.
what do you call
Like I
it?
said, until I see some gameplay. Until I see some gameplay.
Okay,
that's just smoke and mirrors. Like even I'm with you. Like Hellblade 1, all that sound design and all that shit, great. Yeah. But the gameplay wasn't there for me either.
It wasn't enough action. It
wasn't enough action.
Fuck out of here.
It was real slow. Like I played it on PC. It was real slow.
Yes.
And I hope that this one has more action. Okay. I hope that they get more involved with it. I hope they go all out. They got the money now, so they ain't got no fucking excuses.
I want to add this in. I want to sprinkle in this little not a propaganda. So what's playground games, right? Playground games, right? Of course they're doing Horizon. If any of the card games, I will play Horizon. I'm not really into simulation racers. And they have 2 other titles that they're working on. Best Worst Kept Secret is Fable.
From the B team.
There you go. And then
here we go.
I don't know if I can show it on screen. Maybe remind me if you guys want to see it. Some other concept art of what they, whatever, to get them in the door with Microsoft. Very nice. Very pretty thing. Remember I came with the thing that was like, I didn't put myself $100,000 in debt just to make cars going around the track. Remember I used to say that? And you know, get on me. Well, anyway, it came from one of these guys. Fuck, it is what it is, right? And they are working on another one, and somehow it got leaked. Earlier, sketches, like they get a little skit, like how you make a comic book, little sketches, like how you say
concept art.
Like,
it was concept art.
Oh, yeah, there you go, concept art. And they said they stole the PlayStation template. Right? Okay, not a problem. Not for nothing. I am probably more excited for that studio there than I am for Ninja Theory. Because that goddamn dog shit bleeding edge. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like goddamn, that motherfucker gave me two feet. They been sweet stuff, right?
We do one game define the whole studio.
Well, okay.
Y'all ain't like Naughty Dog. Y'all ain't like in the whole year that Naughty Dog existed.
My goddamn glasses at?
Put out no dog.
Check this shit out,
Hey,
folks.
listen.
Hey, hold on 1 second. Hey, folks, hold on. Let me ask you a question, folks.
You gotta pay bills.
Pay the bills. Pay the bills.
And it's crazy that
Bleeding
it's
Edge
crazy.
released today.
All right, hold on.
It's crazy.
It's insane. It's shit. Pay the bills right quick. Hold on. Let's make see the bills.
Yeah, I got the bills. I got them. Shout out to Christina Bennett with the $5 set. Unlike the PS5, Xbox won't have any exclusives. Hellblade 2027. Baron Cap for Captain Toad. Post up. Only play multiplats. Fuck out of here, you fuck niggas. Shout out to Victor Alstein with the $5 set. All Xbox games this gen have been based on a 1.3 T-flop. What? While PS4 is based on 1.8. Stop this. Sony can do better with less. Pro and One X have been resolution boxes.
Okay,
Christina, I tell you impeccable thought. I tell you every time.
Hey, Post, let me ask you a question. You said, let me ask you a question, Post. Now, you know you're my brother, right? I know you like cook food, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spicy cabbage, man. Let me ask you a question, right? Let me find my camera, right? You said we can't judge a studio by one game, right?
No.
Okay. Name me the last goddamn hit that either motherfucker Smokey Robinson had or goddamn Ninja Theory. We're gonna be realistic.
It was.
It said Smokey Robinson.
Oh damn, he silence post up on that one.
He got
Oh shit.
That's why again we gotta keep
I will
this
say
business.
this. Hold up.
First of all, Smokey Robinson still put out hits. Fuck. And he write them. And he write them. And he's one of the only major artists with property on Rodeo Drive. Fuck.
Okay, no.
Okay, that's nice to know. That's nice to know. Name one bad game Naughty Dog has came out with.
One thing I will say,
Lost Legacy.
Hold up. The development team made Killzone Shadowfall, which was trash, and then right after that they followed up with Horizon Zero Dawn. The people that made Killzone Shadowfall,
Guerrilla Games, yeah.
that was trash. And then they followed up with Horizon.
Hold on. Name one game.
Right,
what about what about Rings of Power?
We gonna
hold on. What about Rings of Power? Way of the Warrior. Keep the things Dream Dog. This all Naughty Dog. This all Naughty Dog.
So this is what we're gonna do.
Who playing Bleeding Edge right now?
I'm not capping for Naughty Dog because y'all know how I feel about their games. But name the last game that Xbox made as a brand
that
was good.
That don't mean they can't.
Hey, man.
Aren't we expecting Ghost?
Hey, man.
Brand?
They can't answer.
The whole
What do you mean by
brand.
that? They don't want to answer. They said objection.
Hey, man.
The whole
Hey,
Xbox
man.
brand.
Hold on, man.
Aren't we expecting? Hold on.
Ori was good.
Ori was good, yeah.
Okay.
Aren't we expecting Ghost to be a good game, even though the game they made before that was Infamous?
Are we expecting who?
Good point.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Aren't we expecting that?
I don't know.
Aren't we
I'm expecting it to be.
Well, most people, if not you, but most people, and even when people thought Sony was gonna get Silent Hill and Kojima was gonna make it, we weren't saying Death Stranding and Metal Gear Solid 5 wasn't up to par.
I was.
That to be dope.
Hey, man.
I'm just saying most people. So I don't think you gotta be.
Y'all need to raise your expectation because y'all got a banger that dropped earlier today and nobody fucking talking about it.
Hey, Maslin.
Sir.
You opened my ass to Naughty Dog.
Hold on.
All the shit that they said was going to deliver on The Last of Us.
You said eyes, right? You said eyes, right?
I said you opened my eyes. You opened my eyes.
He opened his ass.
Oh shit!
Look,
you been on Twitch with Buck Nasty too long.
Let me tell you something. Terrible AI. Terrible.
It's
and
bad.
all the shit that they said they was gonna do at E3 with The Last of Us didn't even make it in the game. This shit was trash.
Are we talking about a PS3 game? Come on,
it don't matter. It's on PS4. And it still didn't make
listen, that's the biggest reach, right? You had to dig way back to a last generation.
I didn't dig that.
But one time.
It's a current generation, bro.
But you got a first party game that dropped today, and you ducking
That's
from
a
that.
fact, Post.
Hey, Kratos,
I've been playing that shit all day.
Kratos, you know why I played? Kratos, you know why I played The Last of Us on PS4?
Wait.
Because you told me to go play greatness, and you said The Last of Us was greatness, but it's dog. It's dog shit. AI is terrible. You can be standing right next to an enemy, and they won't even do nothing. Like you ain't even standing in front of them. This shit is terrible.
Don't let him deflect Kratos. They banging today, but he don't want to acknowledge. Don't let him deflect
It's
Jay.
one of the highest rated games ever made. It's one of the highest selling games ever made.
Hey, I don't know how. I don't know how all that got past reviews.
Post up.
I really don't.
What has Microsoft?
I thought Maslin was tripping. I thought Maslin was tripping when he said that. Until I went and played the game.
What has Microsoft done for you lately?
I detect deflect. I detect deflect.
Hey,
one time. What'd you say, Pizzo? You want to say something?
I ain't say shit, but I will. Neo 2 came out a couple weeks ago. Nobody give a fuck about that game.
Everybody, listen.
Everybody sound like Bleeding Edge.
This is what I'm trying to figure out, right? So all this week, all I see is PlayStation people trying to make a SSD make the system faster. I see the drones talking about Animal Crossing. The bots and the ponies talking about Bleeding Edge. Yeah. Right. The PC people talking about Half-Life. Why ain't the ponies talking about a game that they playing?
Oh shit.
They gotta wait till Last of Us.
Y'all not talking about Neo. Y'all talking about Bleeding Edge.
We've been talking about Neo. We've been
what are you playing now?
We've been talking about The Last of Us.
What are you playing now?
Hold on, one time.
Those games ain't out.
Hey, those games ain't out. All the stuff we've been talking about.
So you talking about
those games ain't out?
I said, why ain't y'all talking about games y'all playing? Not games y'all want to play.
Some games ain't out.
And guess what? This weekend we gonna be playing Predator.
I see y'all been capping. Y'all been capping for Half-Life.
Oh my god!
Y'all been capping for Half-Life like it's on y'all system. Y'all been talking about Bleeding Edge literally all day yesterday. All week, y'all talking about Bleeding Edge more than the bots talking about Bleeding Edge.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Maz.
Who that? Okay, Big Money.
Hey, Maz. That's why I told him. That's why I said if Battletoads do good and it sell well, it would be because of Kratos did all the marketing.
Oh well.
Don't attach yourself to that L.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hey, Big Money, get Big Money.
Not trash.
Get Big Money.
Look, to say this, hey man, I know, like I just got through playing Bleeding Edge. I'm not gonna lie, Bleeding Edge is a piece of shit. But I think Ninja Theory shouldn't have never worked on that game. That's not their thing, bro. Their thing is single player games. I really think
13 people working on it.
Here we go.
It's only 13 people working on it.
Hold on 1 second. Wait, hold on 1 second.
How many people worked on Death Stranding?
Go ahead.
Hold on 1 second. My man Victor at least said Fortnite is seen as trash, but it has a large user base. That's due to because it's free to play. Post said 13 people work during the game. Tsunami, you like the game?
I was playing all day.
But you do like Lego.
Of course, because it's Microsoft. You can do anything.
First of all, that's not
out, bro.
First, but that's a lie because I never played Crackdown or State of Decay.
We gonna kill this whole 13 people are working on it thing. You know. Stop saying that shit.
No, that came straight from Ninja Theory.
Wait.
They was gonna keep that team small to deliver fast updates.
Listen to what I'm saying, right? They say.
Hello.
You broke up.
He went out. Matt, he went out.
Post up, muted him.
No.
It's bad game. It is a bad game. It was made by one person or 100 people. That doesn't change that it's not a great game.
Start over. Yeah, start over.
They trying to make you have a built-in excuse for why this game ain't good. Stop that shit.
No.
Stop that shit. Stop that shit.
That's not it. That's not it. No. Wait.
One at a time.
Wait. The 13 people. The 13 people that they have working on it is active people. That doesn't mean that Microsoft's SIR team. All the other people that are working on this game. It's not a good game.
No, the point that y'all try to make is these are the type of games that Microsoft is going to be putting out.
Well, that's what they put out now.
Yes, that is what they put out. But
that's
not their major project that they're working on. It's just a little side project.
It don't matter. That is resources taken away from the major project.
Yo, y'all gotta stop saying that side project shit now. Like,
that is.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Hold on a
question.
Wait a second. I'll let you ask me a question in a second.
It's a quick question.
Go ahead.
Did that 13 people who made Bleeding Edge take away from that trailer you seen with Hellblade 2?
Or Project Mara.
On Winter Day or Project Mara. Because somehow they built those two things while they were building this little 13-person game.
So when is Project Mara and Hellblade 2 coming out?
I don't know when Hellblade 2 coming out. But they've already shown the game.
You want to know why? You want to know why?
Because
you want to know why? Because they took 13 seasoned developers and put them on Bleeding fucking Edge.
No.
What are you talking about?
No.
Now seasoned people.
He in the
Seasoned people make games faster. It's weird. If you're seasoned, you make games faster.
Make sense. When they took 20 people to make Hellblade.
Hold on.
How many worked on The Last of Us? What worked on The Last of Us in the beginning? Y'all gotta stop that passion project bullshit.
Hold on. So now I have a question. I have a question. How many people in here have made a game before?
Me.
Oh shit. I make game assets.
Yeah, I make games up all the time with my bitches.
I make
Catch a girl, get a girl.
Regardless of what you're saying, are you saying GTA 6 is going to be held back because they take certain people to do GTA 5 updates?
It's going to take longer because they have people in the studio who could be working on GTA 6.
So you've worked on a game before, right? You worked on a game before. Okay,
yeah.
So how it works, and correct me if I'm wrong, you mean to tell me that they don't have a certain team with a projected time and budget that they expect to release a product?
If you
even if they allocate resources
I'm going to tell you exactly how this works. So at the beginning, it is a small team So that whole 20 people,
not every game goes like that. But go ahead.
At the beginning of every game, it is a small team making concepts. Then they pitch those concepts. Once the studio head and the publishers and all of those people decide a game gets made, then they allocate more people to that team. Now, the way the team works at the beginning, everything is storyboarded. I made games. You made a game.
You're right. You're correct. You're correct.
I'm telling you, this is a fact. You can't tell me not true.
No, you are correct.
You said every game is developed that way, and it's not.
Every game is developed the same exact way.
There's multiple. So you mean to tell me there's not times where the studio just has everyone throw ideas up on the board, and then from those concepts they have small groups going trying to work and come up with concepts to give to the financiers or the people who are going to essentially pay for it.
Starts off small, they will concept it, and then after that, they will start making the game. And it'll be certain people, they'll keep adding to those teams.
So 343, they cut the entire studio to make Halo Infinite, and then they brought everybody back.
No, because 343 is shelled out to other studios. They shell out their team to other studios to help them make stuff.
Like who?
Just like Sony Santa Monica does. Sony Santa Monica does the same thing. They shell out their developers to help other people make their games.
To who? Who do they sell their team out to?
The part of 343 and Gears went over to help fucking PUBG.
Yeah, good point.
Like again, y'all niggas are telling me shit I know. Y'all guessing. I'm telling you, this is fucking facts.
I'm not
these niggas are facts. Like, y'all gotta stop this shit. Y'all gotta stop obfuscating facts.
Hey, the issue is Microsoft has come out. Microsoft has come out and said on a couple of occasions that they have multiple teams in these studios working on multiple games. That's the only issue with what I have. I'm not saying you're wrong.
I agree.
I'm just saying Microsoft has said otherwise.
You believe that because they have someone else making a smaller team?
You are right. They have multiple teams. They have multiple teams working on multiple things. That is a true statement. Now, if you go and look, 343 has 300 something people. They put out what game? What game does 343 make?
You're right. They put out Halo.
I mean, make the Halo.
Okay, so if they have multiple teams working on multiple games and they have 300 people,
but
those 300 people
about? You're using a certain example.
They should have put out. They should have put out more than just Halo, right?
That's the reason why you chose Halo, though.
Okay, all right. Right. Because I'm using the example you gave me. You said Microsoft says they have multiple teams.
They gave
Does 343 have multiple teams?
But they made a general statement about their studios as a whole, not about
individual. 343 have multiple teams.
Stop talking about 343.
All right. Let me ask you a question.
Does Coalition have multiple teams?
They all got multiple teams. Sound, art, this, that, and the other.
Exactly.
All right, but listen. All right, this is the question at hand, right? And what started this? What got my black ass kicked out of the Xbox community, right? At a minimum, probably more than that now. 343 has an access of over 500 developers, whatever the fuck, 500 people at the company. But there's janitors, dishwashers, over 500, more than probably quadruple of what they're over there at Sony Dog, right? And I'm gonna be nice, right? I'm not gonna say Naughty Dog's more talented, whatever the case may be, or even take Insomniac, right? It took him like 3 years or something to make 2.5 years, whatever, to make Spider-Man, right? It is what it is, right? And this will start the conversation again. That company is too big to just be making one goddamn game, right?
I agree.
And again, this was started a rift between Bungie and Microsoft initially. Was they wanted to create something outside of the Halo universe, right? It's arguably said, whether you like Destiny or not, it's probably one of the largest goddamn multiplayer games that came out this generation. And mind you, that was in-house. That left, right, because they allowed them to do, right? Now, we always hear, Phil always said, you know what? We letting the developers do what they want to do. You motherfuckers told me, yeah, Microsoft took the handcuffs off Rare. Man, listen, they made my words now. Them are your words, right? Those are the Lord's words. Took the handcuffs off Rare, right? Told you motherfuckers, Rare ain't the goddamn answer, but that's neither here nor there. They let Lionhead Studios go, which to me was kind of crazy, but kept Rare. I know Rare was profitable. They made the Kinect Sport titles, but I was asking motherfuckers again, what has Rare done to make you sing their praises as a gamer? I ain't talking about the Nintendo 64 shit, with the NES and all that shit. Talking about what have they done for the Xbox? Notably,
I
nothing.
agree. They ain't done nothing.
Now, with that being said, right? Again, multiple studios, and we have to be honest with this. My diehard Xbox brethren up here, right? You know, I should have fed enough birth to you niggas, right? I gave you niggas the term bleed green. And no one, here's the thing, no one really questioned Microsoft games going into this generation. It wasn't until they really stopped competing and putting out shit to about 2016. What Microsoft did with the original Xbox, or even the original with the 360, they had great and second, third party deals. You know what I mean? Whether it was Fable, Halo, Ninja Gaiden 2, Blue Dragon, Two Human, you know what I mean? And for whatever reason, like you motherfuckers, I told you I ain't capping for no $1 billion goddamn company. Microsoft didn't have the money. Like, when motherfuckers say that, a $1 trillion goddamn company, they ain't got the money for gaming, but spend $2 billion on Minecraft. And, you know, like, that's, how you say, asinine, right? Now, again, have they went out and acquired studios? Absolutely. You know what I mean? But again, I don't believe, that's I told you before, believe in giving Maya credit for keeping her room clean or getting good grades. This is what you're supposed to do. For, again, to be honest, for them to be taken serious or to even be given a fair chance, Microsoft has to do what they did with the 360 and the original Xbox. Go out there and acquire second and third party deals. There is a caveat what Phil said. They won't have any, exclusive true Xbox, Series X exclusive. But it kind of alludes to the fact maybe they might be doing some second and third party deals again. I don't know, right? They have to go back and do that because it's going to take some time for those games to get up and running. But what they put, like I said, shout out to David Jaff, where the fuck he's at, No Man's Land. Microsoft does a horrible job at management. You know what I mean? At management. Now again, maybe Sony has got cocky. Cause I told you about before. Man, she ain't been around in a minute. I done moved up. I met a few new people, right? That Sony, there were a lot of internal struggles. I believe if my man Yoshida was still in charge, you wouldn't have that dog shit show. Because that motherfucker left more questions than answers. You know what I mean? Is it that same Sony that came out in PS3? Like a lot of you motherfuckers, what my shit at? A lot of you guys didn't own this motherfucker. This motherfucker heavy as hell. This bitch was $600, no voice chat, no party chat, no achievements. The goddamn controls didn't rumble. Is it that Sony again? You know what I mean? So maybe that's giving some Xbox guys hope. Do I expect with The Last of Us 2 to be great, or Last of Us 3? But even at the start of the generation, ain't nobody gonna have no big bangers because the install base is not there. You know what I mean? Like, Sony ain't start really dropping their shit until 2016. They gave us a bunch of remakes or remasters. They had The Last of Us remastered and Bloodborne until Uncharted came out. Yeah, you know what I mean? We gonna call this thing a goddamn buck. You know what I mean? But again, bro, Microsoft, I guess I would say it's all of them to lose. I don't, bro. It's sad to say, man. I don't even, man. They so goddamn incompetent. Like the shit they need to be doing. But like I said, I like what they did do as far as the console. Put it in. I think Sony, and we can take it if we get into other topics. I think again, Sony would have did a better job if they get that motherfucker Digital Foundry, even though we ain't seen the console, or wait till they got a prototype, or what's my man Evans. Let them do the tech shit, because I don't know what the fuck my man was. Maybe because of the corona, he ain't getting my sick in the audience, even though that was his green screen. Where do you see my specs? Like, that shit was just crazy. Like, that shit was just horrible. You know what I mean? At the end of the goddamn day. So
next gen.
Yes. Go.
Digital Foundry did state, though, that they did intend to go out to Sony, but the coronavirus stuff locked down all the airports and all that stuff, and they wasn't able to go. They did state that.
But that's last minute. That corona shit just hopped on the scene.
That's true. That's true.
Microsoft, well, that thing was been taped a while ago. That's not new.
Right.
You know what I mean? It just aired now. And people said this was GDC. Sony wasn't even going to GDC. So what that seemed like what Sony did was, how you say, what I told you what Microsoft did this whole generation, a bunch of knee-jerk reactions. They've been, always in response to what Sony did instead of coming out far. And again, I give credit what credit's due. That's 5 or 10 minutes they had on stage at that video game award show or whatever the fuck it was, that I haven't seen Microsoft being that aggressive. Or even what they said, they took a shot at Sony. Why would you overclock your console, turn over your fan, or some crazy shit like that? You know what I mean? Again, I know they got old boy back. You know what I mean? So I'm just for gaming. You know what I mean? I just want things to be.
I still think.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. You still think what? Bleeding Edge dog shit? Yes, it is. Honey, I Struck the Fuck Niggas? Yes, it is. Battletoads? Yes, it is. Those games should not see the light of day. They should not. They do more harm than goddamn good. They do more harm. You know why? Let me tell you this real shit. Then we gonna switch subjects, right? Microsoft has become. We talking about the $1 trillion goddamn company. They were the new kid on the block. They got more respect then with the OG Xbox than they do now. You know what I mean? Look at all the games that they had with the Otaku again from the second and third party deals, right? Cool. Like Honey, I Shrunk the Fuck niggas and Bleeding Edge and Battle when they released the game. Microsoft is known for online gaming. How the fuck do you release a co-op game with co-op? I mean co-op couch. Like what the fuck? A local multiplayer, no online multiplayer. Like, what the fuck are you doing down here? Even with fucking, Mass loves fucking State of Decay. That should have been a full fucking online co-op. I can progress your story, you can progress mine. We take it at the hip. Like, shit like that, I don't understand. You know what I mean? And I was looking for it to State of Decay. Like, all you had to do was just build the first one.
Party.
But they own these motherfuckers now. That was,
now they do, but I'm talking about
let's look in there. I need to try to break your goddamn jaw. They said it was gonna be a triple. They said it was gonna be a AAA goddamn game. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, but online, the studio themselves, right? It was using Unreal Engine 4, so whatever the fuck it was using, whatever the fuck. It was. When I mean, they're like, if I can hop in your game, unless they change, if I'm not mistaken, I'm just playing with your game. I'm not progressing my story at all. None whatsoever. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that in itself, that reminds me of Fable 2 and Fable 2, and I'm a huge Fable fan. It had co-op, but I'm not getting anything from. I'm just helping you, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, this is dog shit. We talking about Xbox Live. Ask me what you ask me, fuck nigga. Ask me, nigga. Speak to me nice. What you want to ask me? Just want to ask me something now? Somebody whisper. I can hear him. Who that?
He wants to turn him down.
Who that? Oh, Alucard. I can hear him now. What you say, Alucard?
We can hear.
You hear me?
I can hear you now, brother.
Yeah. All right, now, bro. Only thing I'm trying to say is this, right? Is I feel like when it comes down to Xbox, bro, I feel like they trying to get to Nintendo's kind of audience at this point, bro. Like with the games that they dropping right now, it's clearly not for the mature, bro.
Well, they did say they wanted. They did say they wanted a diversity of lineup or whatever.
Yeah, like they're really trying to get to the point where Nintendo is. But they're trying to do it in a way where they have the most powerful console, and on top of that, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, they have multiplayer because they know that Nintendo isn't really going for the whole online multiplayer aspect. So they trying to mesh those two together. You feel what I'm saying?
Nintendo has one of the biggest multiplayer games around.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you talking about? Smash?
That's the biggest multiplayer.
Splatoon is also
understandable, but that's only one. I'm saying that Xbox is trying to do that with most of their games.
Multiplayer too.
What games?
Not at all. So check it out. Check it out.
I don't even know.
Before you said we pay this bill, shout out to my man T Easy. He said Naughty Gods made 2 games that came out in the same year. I don't know about that. Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy. They didn't release the same year. I don't think they released the same year. Good brother. You tried it.
Also, one was a fucking expansion.
It was an add-on.
Standalone.
And they probably already had. They already had it planned.
Expansion pack. That's why if you bought the deluxe edition of Uncharted 4, you got Lost Legacy for fucking free because that shit was an expansion pack.
And hold on, and my man Flatfeet Filipino. Hey yo, what the fuck? This didn't show up on my sub box. I know. I'm gonna have to do it another way. That's why, you know what I mean. Nobody's really in here, but I'm doing the show. But yeah, it's not. You have to go to my actual page to see it, or follow me on Twitter. Like the shit bugging. I'm sorry, but again, I'm sorry. I mean to cut you off, but I'm sorry. You're going after the Nintendo crowd. Yeah, I agree. I said that like numerous times. Like just the art style. Man, you remember I asked Phil, what's up with the goddamn art direction of these goddamn games? Brothers Recall, this, that, and the other, and it's been the same thing. Now again, Hellblade, Breath. With more. Is Project more? Is that a game or? What the hell is that?
Yeah, it's a game.
It's a game.
Is it a VR game? Or what the fuck is it?
No,
it's an Xbox game.
It's on Xbox. Xbox ain't got no fucking VR.
Oh, but these motherfuckers, they showed me motherfucking Flight Simulator. That motherfucker coming to PC, Age of Empire. Motherfucking Gears Tech, they do. These motherfuckers janky as hell, bro. So that is a game.
Yeah, it's a game.
Yeah, for the fourth time.
Oh, okay. No problem. But anyway, moving right along. Where's my camera? Xbox is dog shit. Moving right along. So recently, not recently, I think that's today, maybe tomorrow, Sony has come down and shut down the rumors of Konami I'm sorry, not Sony, not Sony.
Other way around, yeah.
Yeah, Konami shut down the
did.
rumors of Sony, I guess, buying or acquiring Silent Hill, Metal Gear, and Castlevania. To bridge the gap, I guess they was gonna give those games to Kojima, for them to work on to purchase them. And Konami has said, hell no. If you don't know, there's hella bad blood between Kojima and Konami.
Yeah, it's too much bad blood. Too much blood.
It's not even that.
No,
Like,
that's
financially, it would be stupid as shit to sell the IPs.
Yeah.
Well, what about leasing out? What about leasing
That
out?
bad blood thing.
Yeah, leasing.
If you think about it,
that's probably a better
if you think
idea.
about it, man,
If I had heard that, I would have been like, maybe it's true, but they're not about to sell the IP. Like I can license it out to you and still make much more money than if I just flat out sell you the IP. And if they're not making games themselves, then licensing out their IP is their best way to make money off of the IP that they own. Selling it is not going to be helpful in the long-term sense. People, just like Microsoft and Sony keep going to all these fucking games as a service type shit, is because long-term money makes shareholders happy. And you have to keep making that long-term money. The only way you do that is by licensing it out.
But if Konami's not going to release none of those games, then it doesn't make.
Well,
any
licensing
sense.
them. I mean,
the licensing, yeah.
But I still think they got beef with Kojima.
I mean,
yeah, man. Because if you think about it,
they can license it.
If you think about
I hear you with all that.
You're right.
I hear you with all that beef shit, but
they're not going to let them. They know if they do.
No, but what I'm saying is, if let's say Konami doesn't sell Metal Gear Solid for an example, or doesn't license it, but doesn't release another Metal Gear Solid, then selling that and or licensing that property makes sense. If you just in the short term, you're just going to make money because I'm not releasing this game to make financial capital off it anyway.
They make their money off of
But they're making Bajinka machines.
Yeah, they got that machine.
That
machine.
makes money.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about in terms of their IPs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you're just sitting on the property and the property is not making money.
One at a time.
Yeah.
That's how I said licensing it makes sense, but the selling it, buying it, that everybody was talking about, that shit didn't make any sense to me.
Selling it makes sense if they're not going to release a game. This makes sense.
It's not.
They are still
you would be better licensing.
You don't know how much those franchises are worth.
They tried using the Metal Gear title to make money.
Let's say
you sell an IP for what its perceived value and what it could make.
So let's say they sell the IP, right? They sell, let's say, just Silent Hill. When was the last good Silent Hill game?
Shit, I don't even know.
You're proving my point.
Wait, hold on.
No.
So when was the last good Silent Hill game?
No, you know what?
So how much would that IP be worth?
Hold on, let me say
that's
this.
my point.
Sold it.
That's my point.
Hold on 1 second, people. Better than that, the average motherfucker don't even remember when was the last Silent Hill game.
Nope.
It was 2013.
No.
But if that. It was a remake. I think. But
I don't even remember.
Or was it 2011? Might have been 2011.
I thought the
2011.
The last one I played was Homecoming.
Let's say that IP is not worth nearly as much. No. But if I flat out sell that IP, all I get is what it's worth right now. If I license it out and then Kojima makes PT and it goes crazy, that IP is now worth more. So why would I sell it now? Why would I sell it now?
But look, so check it out. If you sell that game and he makes PT and it does good, you are not going to have Kojima make that game and or make PT and that IP do good. You also don't. So if they're just gonna sit on it or make another Metal Gear Survive, it's not a viable profit money something to make money off of.
Licensing it, that's why I said don't sell it, you license it.
Yeah, you license it.
License it, you still own it. So all the money they make off of it, you're going to get a percentage of that money. Yep. As opposed to I just flat out sell it and I don't own any part of PT. That doesn't make any sense financially.
But if I say they must be actually working on the game, they must be actually trying to do something with those IPs.
No, I don't think.
Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense.
No, I think it was a rumor that some fans probably made up. But I mean, I don't know. But I mean, I don't know. I'm being real with you. Like, I look at games like that. It's like Shenmue 3. cult classics that probably no one will probably buy. Just being realistic, I don't know what they will be worth, but you're right. If Sony was to do a deal and just say if they, because Sony doesn't own, what do you call it? What's the name of the motherfuckers again? What do you call them, goddamn people? What's Sony? What's
Kojima?
What's the name of the studio?
Kojima Productions.
They don't own them unless something transpires with them. They might, if they do get it, give it to one of their own studios to make it. If that was the case, it may not be profitable for Sony at the end of the goddamn day. You know,
they lost a lot of money on Death
Stranding. And on top of that, Death Stranding just flopped.
Like, that's the next goddamn thing. You know what I mean? So they wasn't happy with those sales. Thought it'd be more scarier. And
Metal Gear 5 cost a lot for Kojima. That's a part of the reason why they broke up, because he was taking too long to make games and them shits cost too much.
Yeah, and they had to put a bunch of microtransactions in the game.
Yeah, well, it started with 4. 4. That's why you would never. Well, I don't at the time. You would never have another exclusive Metal Gear game. I think it was whatever. It almost bankrupt the company. And I always said this, right? Real talk. I look at Kojima. I ain't never liked his story game. Like
he's a fraud.
Yeah, I don't know, but
oh shit.
Yeah, but I said it. What I mean, I never like him. Like I like the story. To my far as his writing. Like I was telling you guys about Metal Gear Solid, Sons of Liberty. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. It was happening.
Kojima's like Cliffy B.
Whatever the fuck. I just look at him as someone he needs a boss to reel him back in. You know, and I know some people may love Death Stranding or whatever. And to me, there should have been more action than less goddamn walking. You know what I mean? You put some more action in there. I'm balancing boxes and on my head, climbing sideways up a mountain. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? like that's now that wasn't the answer, Sway, right? And again, it didn't. And they, real talk, a lot of some behind the scenes, a lot of Sony niggas didn't like it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, bro, we don't keep this thing all the way a buck. You know, I'm always recording. You know what I mean? It just wasn't. That wasn't its way. I'm being honest. That didn't set the gaming world on fire for what they done. Because I said this right. I looked at it as No Man's Sky. It was pretty. It was pretty what they showed. But the more they showed, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Same thing with Sea of Thieves. Looking like, what the fuck was the purpose of the game? Like, you know what I mean? I'm walking up sideways at the mountain, shuffling, and he did motherfuckers chasing me in the hazmat with the hazmat suit with glow sticks. I said, oh no, hell no, this motherfucker right here about to go left, bro. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that motherfucker about to go left. Yeah.
I look at these like Red Dead Redemption, man. Like a lot of these games, I've been saying this for a minute. A lot of these games, it seems like they're good games, but they're not fun to play. That's what these games are tuning up. Like, they just good games, but they're not fun to play. And a lot of people keep talking about, well, what's fun? What do you think is fun? I want to enjoy the game, and I'm not enjoying this fucking game. I'm not.
Well, that's subjective.
Your enjoyment.
That's a good game, but they're good games. They're good games. They got good graphics and a lot of things, but they're just not fun to play.
It's a great game. But the thing about it is you can't like relegate fun to certain mechanics. Because you could play a side scroller, have fun. You could play a third person game, first person game, have fun. You could play Firewatch and enjoy that game. And there's very little to no action in that game. So you can't really relegate it to certain things we believe the game did or did not have. We could just say generally people didn't really, that game wasn't as what it was advertised to be.
How about this? I'll give you one better. I like, what's it, Detroit Become Human? I like the story. I've never been into Telltale games, but to me it was one of the better games that I played this generation, in my opinion. The story, it wasn't much action, but the story, the whole black lie, robot lie, I liked it. You know what I mean? But that Metal Gear,
see that cuts into your critique of another game, saying that it's like, say, Hellblade didn't or Death Stranding didn't have enough action. So it's not necessarily the action.
Okay, let's have fun with
this. Right? Enjoy games that don't have action.
Okay, here's the thing, right? Hellblade wasn't a great goddamn story. Not only did you have dog shit action,
that's kind of crazy.
It had nice sound, but wasn't a great story.
Did you beat Hellblade? The story was actually
shit put me to sleep. I almost crashed my goddamn car.
No, you gotta
replay. Well, then you probably can't critique the story then.
Why? Let me tell you something. One thing about me, bro. I ain't got to play a game all the way through them like that motherfucker. Not. So you gotta wait till you get to the 19th level and get the final score.
To like the game is one thing, but to say an aspect of the game wasn't good that you didn't experience is weird.
Hey, bro.
Like you played the puzzles, you played the fighting, you didn't enjoy that stuff. Cool,
bro, let me tell you something. Again, you sound like one of Z. You got to get to the 13th level and find the golden goose and the golden dragon. Listen, I've been playing games long enough.
You're choosing to hear that. You're choosing to hear that, but that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, well, no, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm telling you, All right, I don't know how old you are. I've been playing video games enough. If I'm playing for an hour or so, to know if I will enjoy the game. I don't have to play completely through a game to know if I'm gonna like the game, enjoy the story of the game. If it doesn't grab me from the offset a little while in, that bitch, I'm booting that bitch out. That motherfucker getting out of there.
That's not me too. That's not the point I'm making.
So again, I don't understand what you said was wrong with my fair critique of the game.
You're saying the story wasn't good. You just said the story wasn't good, and you didn't.
I didn't like what the story.
You didn't experience the story.
How you feel?
Let me tell you something.
No, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. But you can't say the story. You know how many games I played halfway through and don't.
If Z see a game and it don't fit his color palette or what he views as a good game, then he's gonna immediately call it dog shit.
The funny thing though, but the funny thing about it is, Z real quick.
Gameplay aside, gameplay aside. If it doesn't look like he wanted to look, it's dog shit.
That aside, we all know that about Z. But that aside, Z, did you finish Judgment and did you enjoy that game?
I enjoyed. Listen, I enjoyed Judgment.
Did you finish?
No, I didn't know because I got so much shit going on. I like Judgment. Judgment's not a bad game. It's not a bad game. No, listen, I'm gonna tell you something, right? I'm gonna tell you one thing. Okay, this is true, right? No cap.
Okay.
I'm not balling on the budget. I have so many goddamn games, right? I have single player shit. I will have to play in the morning. At nighttime, I'm playing with my subscribers. Everybody want to play together, right? Yeah. I told y'all motherfuckers I like Judgment, right? You know what I mean? It's not something I'm probably going back to. But some things, like I don't like Red Dead Redemption. I don't like Grand Theft Auto. Some motherfuckers like them. You like what you might like bitches with big feet. But you into what you into, right? That's what makes it so.
If you're gonna use
that
logic,
nigga, you might have
use that logic.
Hey, no, let me finish. I'm gonna give you my logic. You might have got all the goddamn achievements in Recall. Nigga, that's your shit. You might have took a 9-hour tour on Sea of Thieves, nigga. Z, y'all motherfuckers told me, Z, you ain't really gonna find a black pig. No, I'm not. I don't like that shit.
Nigga, cause you had a pig in real life.
Maybe that's what. Maybe I was traumatized. Maybe I was traumatized. Y'all motherfuckers are in the thing. You gotta get. No. I didn't spend my money, right? But you gotta give it. I ain't gotta give motherfuckers a goddamn thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's everybody's opinion. Now listen, let me tell you this, right?
That goes for everything, though.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Listen, I never said anybody could be wrong about their opinion, right? But men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Hellblade, let me finish, please.
Uninformed opinion is.
We're just gonna go in a circle with this.
I'm gonna give you a chance, right? The shit that she's gonna say.
Okay.
Pizza, I need to fuck nigga of the week, so I'm gonna give you a chance to say whatever you want to say, right? Hellblade. What was the premise or the base foundation of that game? We don't know.
In terms of mechanics or story?
No. What is that supposed to be the spiritual successor to Hellblade? The characters. Just I don't know so much about story.
I don't believe it's supposed to be spiritual successor to Heavenly Sword.
It doesn't. That's not the chick. One of the characters, the female from Heavenly Sword.
Well, Hellblade.
Crazy how they call that game a walking simulator.
No. That is the female character.
In every single way, that's not a spiritual successor. Gameplay wise, mechanic wise, story, narrative.
Let me say this again. You're listening, but you're not hearing me, right? The reason why I was excited by the game, the female character in fucking Heavenly Sword is the main protagonist that went through the waters while she's crazy, right? So my perception of me getting this game, it is.
So you draw that
correlation. I'm not. This is what the game is. Let me finish.
You draw that correlation.
Calm the fuck down, nigga. You be alright.
All right. But you're gonna go on for 10
minutes.
No, I'm
not. What's my show? I can do that.
Oh my God.
That's my show. I can do that. So I'm gonna say this again, right? So I said to say this, right? You had Heavenly Sword, right? A lot of action. I like it. God of War. That's basically. So you come up with Hellblade. Female character. She's crazy from all that. You obviously maybe you couldn't afford a PS3. Maybe you didn't play goddamn Heavenly Sword. But the bitch went through a war.
I play Heavenly Sword. I like
all right. So why you know what the fuck I'm talking about? What happened at the end, nigga? Did you get to the
end?
It's
not a spiritual successor.
Did you play? Okay, let me finish. So if you played Heavenly Sword, nigga, I'm about to choke you the fuck out. What happened in the game?
Okay.
What was the war?
I don't remember the end of that game.
Oh shit! We done. Oh shit! Hey, listen, brother.
You remember the end of Heavenly Sword?
Listen. You can tell me what happened. You can tell me what happened in the Sea of Thieves.
Schizo Pizzo.
You can tell me. No, fuck, nigga. Listen, nigga, what you
got you, Pizzo.
No, you can tell me what happened in the Sea of Thieves. You can tell me what happened in Sea of Thieves. You can criticize me and my lack of not understanding.
I never played Sea of Thieves.
Okay, nigga, stop it. So I'm telling you this. With the character, the way she's crazy, she went through a fucking war, right? So you got fucking Hellblade. Heavenly Sword, Hellblade.
Let him go.
Heavenly Sword, Hellblade, right? All right? So someone, but I ain't lying. You go back to the forums and shit. Motherfuckers were excited. So I'm thinking this is gonna be an action-packed game, like fucking Heavenly Sword, right? But it's not. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with it. I'm not knocking my man P Rock had a goddamn meltdown of it. He loves the goddamn game. All right.
Remember Z? They call it a walking simulator. Motherfuckers on PlayStation.
But I don't have a problem with that. I don't. Everybody likes different shit. But you can't tell me my opinion is not wrong.
Just send you a link.
Can I jump in? Can I
No,
jump
you
in?
can't. I want to switch topics. I don't even want to talk about this shit no more. I don't have a right to feel the way about the game. That's crazy as hell. This sounds like a communist state, a communist podcast.
Yo, he won't let me give him an L.
No, this motherfucker do it. My goddamn show. So I said this
don't
again.
do it because there's receipt of you.
But I said it again. But so again, I like that's like if you don't like bro, I said before I don't like fucking Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto. I don't like those big open world type. There's too much going on. That's not. Now some motherfuckers like it. That's not for me.
It's a lot going on in Red Dead.
Check it
I'm
out.
just saying.
Bleeding Edge is not the type of game that I like, right? Or I would ever play, right? Let's say I played it for 2 minutes and didn't enjoy it, just trying to try it out.
Okay.
For me to therein and say like this part of that game or that part of the game is trash and I never played it.
Okay. What was the review score?
Pizzo, you gotta let this.
I don't go off review scores.
His opinion is his opinion, bro. You gotta let this.
I'm not relegating an uninformed opinion. It don't make. No, I'm not.
It's his informed. Wait, okay. So what makes it uninformed? Z, did you play Hellblade?
Yes, sir.
If I say the story,
hold on, I bought it.
Let me answer. If I say the story of a game I haven't completed isn't a good story, that's an uninformed opinion.
Wait.
Yeah.
Why?
No, it's not.
Wait, you gotta play the whole game to know the game about.
If I play the game
and you walk out.
If I play the game and I don't think that what I played has a good story, how is that uninformed?
It's like reading a book.
But you're not finishing it.
I would say if you read a quarter of a book and say this story was trash,
it didn't catch me.
It'd be one thing if you said, "Look, I was playing it and I didn't like where the story was going, so I don't know what happened or wherever it went, so I didn't enjoy it. I don't know what."
That's what he said.
You're dealing with some.
That's exactly
what it is by saying it's trash.
You're dealing with semantics, bro.
I didn't like
that makes no sense.
All I'm gonna say is this. Like a game of Sea of Thieves, which Kratos last night said is a great game right now in its current form. He said that. He said it's a great game. That is great. Hold on.
It deserves a 9. That's what he said.
He said it deserves a 9 right now in its current form from when it first came out. Hellblade was based off the creator, the guy who owned Ninja Theory, had a friend who went through mental issues and committed suicide. So Hellblade is based around that. It was made to bring awareness to people with mental issues based off his friend who had mental issue and committed suicide and died. His whole concept was if I would have known, if I would have got to him in time, then he probably could have saved his life. It would have prevented it. So Hellblade is just a game that's bringing awareness to people with mental issues and shit like that.
Oh, I thought it was a spiritual successor.
Yeah, that's what it has nothing to do with it.
No, they said that can't listen. Wait. Listen, do me a favor. All right, real talk, right? I understand the whole mental interesting thing. But if you play Hellblade, the girl, whatever.
I didn't play Hellblade, so I can't.
That came out. Okay, because
I played it.
It's a spirit. Also, real quick, spiritual successor does not mean it's the same fucking game.
Yeah,
it means it uses the base concept as in the characters, the world, that type of shit. And it can have everything different.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you, hey, listen,
I named it Hellblade for a reason.
I think because you see melee combat, you associate
it. No, I didn't.
It's because
when the developers are saying it's not
Heavenly Sword.
Heavenly Sword, Hellblade.
Oh my god!
Heavenly Hell Sword.
What are we doing, bro?
Aiko looks just like fucking. What's her name? Aiko. That was her name, right? In Hellblade. And Heavenly Sword. I mean, Aiko.
I understand that, but the developer is literally saying that it's not.
Man, okay, man. All right,
I'm about to say, like, y'all bugging.
Okay, not a problem.
All I know, y'all was shitting on that game when it was on PlayStation post up.
I wasn't.
I wasn't.
All right, my man, wait, Z. Nakura was a Japanese warrior, and since it was itself, not a problem with that. I understand that. But if you played the first one, but fine, I'm not gonna keep going through this shit. But thank you, Crimson X25. I think you inboxed me on Twitter. I'm sorry, and I got your stuff coming to you. But yeah, Pizzo, you's a goddamn dumbass. I'm confused. I'm convinced you are not.
You read a book.
You're not the brightest crayon in the box. You are the black crayon. You're like a black licorice or black jelly bean that no one eats. I'm seriously, man.
You read the first 2 chapters of a book and say the story one good.
You gotta read. You gotta get the level 9 to get the Easter egg to get the caveat of the story.
I never said that.
And then you get really truly know who the protagonist was.
You read 2 chapters of a book and say the story one good.
I got you, Pizzo. I'm with you. I'm with you.
I can say it 4 times, nigga.
Come on, bro.
I can say it 5 times.
Like that shit is crazy. That shit
is you talking about, Buck?
Buck said, "Fuck all that condescending shit."
Hey, yo, Hellblade's not game of the year for you Xbox guys. 10,000 sold. Yeah, they doing all that capping and shit. Like, come on, man. You gotta cut that shit out, bro. Like, should I get a second one? The second
sales don't matter though.
Oh my god,
we just got caught in a vortex.
Y'all gotta stop that shit, because just like I finished fucking Uncharted. I finished Gears up till the last one because I didn't feel like playing that shit at all. And then, but I don't like any of those games. So beyond the story, I didn't play much of them. So people go and ask me like, "Oh, you didn't even play this mode for 40 hours." I don't give a fuck. I didn't like the game.
Like,
why do I need to do that in order to form my opinion of it?
But
everyone doesn't play a game. If you don't like a game, you're not gonna play it unless something's wrong with you.
And if I think the story is trash, then I will stop playing it because I don't want to hear. I don't want to.
That's fine,
especially in a game where it's story.
I think what everybody's saying, Pizzo, is whether it's gameplay, whether it's the visuals, whether it's the story, you ain't got to 100% in order to make up a fair-minded decision that you don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I don't have to play the whole thing.
Again, there are games you're gonna play and don't like. We all understand that. We all do this. For me to turn around, that's like me to say, "Hey, you know what? I played the beginning of God of War. I played the beginning of God of War. That story's trash because I didn't like it." No, I can just say I don't like it. But to say it's trash and I haven't went through the story is weird.
It's like reading the first 3 chapters of a book and then saying the book is trash.
Exactly.
That's the point that okay.
You could go through. You know what? A book can have 4. Hold on. Let me say this. A book can have 4 chapters, Pizzo. You can go through 3 chapters of that book and be like, okay, this shit is trash. But then the 4th chapter will be bomb. That just makes the 4th chapter good. That's all. That doesn't make the whole story good. Why you gotta consume it all?
My nigga Pizzo said
y'all are making alternate points.
You don't know if she a good wife until you marry her.
I'm with you, Pizzo. I have played Halo 4. Halo 4. I played the beginning of Halo 4, got in a couple. I didn't feel it. Cut that shit off. Started Gears 5. I don't have the same energy and feeling playing through Gears 5 single player as I did the previous games. It just don't, you know what I'm saying? And I accept it.
I could never say Gears 5
So do you know if it's good or not?
I can never say Gears 5 story is trash. I'm the same way. I haven't jumped into Gears 5 story. I'm not in the mood for it. I can't say that story is trash. I can just say I don't want to play it.
That's subjective, though. You can't argue his opinion, though.
So hold on.
You cannot judge something you haven't experienced.
So I got a question. So if I don't like the gameplay of a game, right? Like let's say I don't like the gameplay of a game.
Wait.
And then you tell me to play another aspect of that same game. Can I still say the gameplay is trash, even though I did like? If I don't like the gameplay in the single player, but I didn't play the multiplayer, can I say the gameplay in multiplayer is trash?
But the gameplay and story have nothing to do with each other.
You're not making
I flew over the fucking Bermuda Triangle. That's what we did.
You're not like y'all making alternate points. Y'all kind of reaching to make a point.
Yeah,
hold
y'all
on.
trying to change the point.
We keep using the stupid book topic, right? We keep saying like, oh, we read 3 chapters of a book. How many Netflix shows that you don't like did you not finish? Like compared to fucking TV.
A bunch.
So you didn't finish it, right? But you're saying that's an uneducated opinion if it's saying it's trash.
No, if I watch, no, I'm not. If I watch, y'all gotta listen. If I'm watching a show and I don't like the first 2 episodes, I say, man, that shit wasn't for me. I don't like it. For me to turn around and say, hold up.
That's all he said.
But for me to turn, no, he didn't. He said the story wasn't good.
To
he
me.
never played the story.
To me, good is subjective. Good is not a fact. Look, good is subjective. So you can't put the word good on a factual basis.
Next topic, Z.
Hold on, real quick. I just want to
go in a circle.
I just want to ask. I just want. You said he never.
I'm not arguing subjectivity. I'm saying critiquing something that you haven't experienced.
You just said he never played. Hold on.
That's semantics.
Pizzo, you just said he never played the story. So on the part that he played, what was he playing?
Never played what story?
You said he never played the story. So on the part that he played, what was he playing?
He was playing the more. He was trying to see if he was dead.
How many people critique Death Stranding without playing that game, though? How many people actually critique that game without playing?
Death Stranding?
Yeah.
A lot of people probably. A lot of
played
people.
it, bro. All it took was one mission for me to know.
Hey, Noah, let me ask you. Noah,
I was just about to use that as an example. Fight his way through the finish.
So Noah,
he still finished it, and then
what was Death Stranding story about?
I don't know, bro. But the whole premise was dumb as fuck. It's like, bro, it was so bad. I don't care. I don't care to know the story.
That's
okay,
cool,
well, then say that.
For you to turn around and say, "Hey, that story was trash," you don't think that'd be strange if you ain't played the story?
bro. And what?
No.
They
say it all the time.
Hold on, bro. What?
Okay.
You carry
Just because they say it, don't mean it's logical.
Bro.
Pizzo.
No, let me say this, bro. The fact
Go
that
ahead.
I had to pick up a dead body and carry that bitch over miles, and there's cars in this fucking game. That's already a bad story.
Hey, Pizzo, I'm gonna kill it.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Hey,
like
Pizzo,
whatever narrative is created within the story, you could.
I'm gonna end it right here, Pizzo. In the music industry, they only listen to the first 20 seconds of a song. If that song don't grab you in the first 20 seconds, they don't want to hear that shit. It's over.
Trash.
It's
okay,
over.
So in a video game, the first 20 seconds, that's how people.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm still on this topic. Move the fuck on.
Let me pay the bill right quick.
Let's move on, y'all.
Hellblade. Let me pay the bill. Hellblade uses similar art with Heavenly Sword, but the characters are not the same as Pizzo Pass. I guess the same. You can't generalize it, but okay, you have an opinion. All right, we're gonna agree to disagree on that one. Yeah, I lost a few goddamn brain cells. Woo!
They were stupid to begin with, though. So.
You absolutely goddamn right.
This is the religious topic.
Yeah, you absolutely goddamn right. I'm saying I got one more. I guess maybe. Okay, well. Oh shit! I done shot my little fucking.
Are we doing the rest of the book?
I might bang the gavel on this motherfucker right now. I done shot my goddamn load. Hold up, man. Oh, last one. I guess we can talk about. It looks like God of War may be heading to PC. Anyway,
shit! I knew it. Let's go. I knew it.
Oh shit! That better not be true.
Wait. May I speak on this real quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right before Horizon Zero, this is based off the PlayStation only thing, leaving, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the only on PlayStation leaving the box.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, so right before Horizon Zero Dawn hit PC, that same pattern occurred.
Yeah, removed it only on PlayStation, and they exclusively on PlayStation. They have not removed that now.
Ooh, shit! I can't wait to play God of War on PC.
Oh, that's gonna be crazy.
Look, I will say this. I mean, the way they did it is hell. They fuck around, put the game on PS Now. You can play PS Now on goddamn PC. It's just a feeler. That's really what it was. It's just how many motherfuckers is really interested in playing this motherfucker. If it's real interest, we'll put that bitch on PC.
Wait, so all games on the PS Now are on the PC?
Oh shit! Is this the new Xbox Series X game? Oh, hold on, we'll do that on Twitch. Never mind.
What is it?
What?
I'll send it to you.
All right, no problem. Okay. Well, listen. Wait, hold on. Wait, actually, we can do that.
How does that work?
Wait, hold on one second. Let me get the link. Hold on one second.
Right,
I need a goddamn drink fucking with Pizzo. God damn it.
What up, bro? You need a break from me?
Yeah, man, buddy. You was on one today, bro. You was on one today, big fella. You was on right. You told me I had a constitutional right to give my opinion about a goddamn story.
Nah, I'm not playing your PC. I ain't gonna get into it. We don't go back into it.
Trying to get you in that vortex again.
Hold on.
No, I'm not. I'm backing out.
J Love just hit me up, told me you better watch your back, bro.
Hold on 1 second.
Hey, real quick.
You trying to bet money on that shit too. That was the funny part.
Real quick though.
Yeah.
Do y'all think this PC stuff is any sign of the future or not at all? It's just
the future is here.
Yeah,
the future
is here.
The future is where the money is.
Let Sony make millions of dollars off this PC shit, bro.
Man, I'm telling you.
I know there's software
gonna be.
company.
Don't worry, they coming soon.
I agree, but we all know there's a narrative out there that doesn't
That's one part I'm not gonna believe it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, and that narrative ain't running Sony.
Yeah, that's 1% of the 1% of gamers.
Hey, I won't say day and date, but
everything we say is 1% of gamers, though.
You know, I'm gonna say this. I won't say. I'm sorry. I won't say day and date. Maybe not. But the fact that their own engine, you know what I mean? You know, the Decima engine, that to me was one of the telltale signs. But I do say I'm gonna stick this day and date as far as the subscription service for it to grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I said, the day and date on PC. But they will come. I mean, why do it now?
You know what they're gonna do, Z? They're gonna put the game out. If it's a God of War or a Spider-Man, they're gonna put that game out about a year. Then they're gonna put it on
PC. PS
Now.
I say PS Now.
Well, they're gonna find out.
I say
PS Now.
I say that day and date. But as far as PC date, I mean, no, maybe 6 months to a year or whatever.
What the fuck is this I hear about PC?
Oh, man.
No.
Well, listen, we're
doing that narrative.
Is gaming set to zero yet?
I'm going to PlayStation Now.
Prior threat.
Hey, hold on 1 second. I'm going over to Twitch. I just dropped the line there, and also too, shout out to my brother Sony Prophet. We will be giving away a complete edition to Rainbow Six. Come on over. I'm going live in literally like 1 second. Just gotta put the key in, and yeah, hold on. Where the fuck is my stream?
Hey, Omega, sign that contract.
Sign that contract.
Sign that PC contract, Omega.
We do not condone the actions of Omega's.
Exactly.
We do not condone the actions.
Come on over to